Welcome back to the Electricians Tool channel. Today we want to talk about my FLIR DM92 true RMS digital multimeter. Today we're going to discuss this multimeter. And as always, I tell you my likes, dislikes about it, because on this channel we review nothing but the best of the best tools for electricians. Now, before I get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As a matter of fact, you can do that now and hit that bell notification so you can receive notifications of my future videos, or you can just check out my channel and take a look at some of the previous videos I've done. I'm sure there's something that I've reviewed that you may find interesting. Hit that like button, share, leave a comment. All are welcome. But let's get right into it. This FLIR multimeter right here, digital multimeter, is packed. It's packed with a lot of stuff. Now, you know, when I say multimeter, I know a lot of guys who work out in the field, and when I mean field, they probably be out doing, residential, but anyway, use clamp meters. And that's all good. That's all. I'm not saying anything about it, but I worked out in the field, and I also worked in indoors, commercial, industrial. I worked out residential, and I do have multimeters on hand and standby, and they're very useful. I also have clamp meters, also. So at one point in time, you're going to have to get one of these babies right here, because there's going to be a time when you get out of the field, and you're going to come indoors probably if you continue to pursue your career as an electrician. And get your hand on a good multimeter. But anyway, back to this FLIR DM92. Like I said, this thing is packed with a lot of features. It's a 40,000 count, extra large digital dual display multimeter. They have auto selection here, which will be right here, AC, DC. They have, they have on-screen menu selection, navigator. That'll be this thing right here. If you just want to, let me just turn it on. The next second, you see this. See how it's lighting up here? That way, or press OK. And you have 0.05% DC accuracy. You have low Z measurement. That will be right here. You have auto hold. That'll be here. If you want to hold your reading. They have peak hold measurements. That's peak holds if you want to do your either, I guess, if you're doing amperage, amperage, or peak if you high voltage, or what I mean by high voltage, if the unbalanced loads or whatever you want to hold it. But and they have dB with decibel measurement. They have you can record up to 99 recordings with this thing. And the safety category for this multimeter is 600 volts Cat 4 and 1,000 volts Cat 3. Now, here go some of the things right here. They have AC/DC millivolts. They have ohms, continuity, and diode. They have temperature and capacitance, and they have AC/DC amps. Now, they also have a flashlight on this thing. I'm gonna turn it on for a second. There you go. I think the battery's going low, so that's why I didn't stay on. But anyway, this is a real nice multimeter. They have a tilting bell right here. That works really good. If you just had to use one hand, you trying to probe something, and it holds steady. It takes 6 AAA batteries in this thing here. It really feels solid. This is a protective holster. Now I'm looking at it. If it was a fall on its face, I think it may damage this. The rest of it is kind of protected. Kind of recessed a little bit back for us to screen back in here. But and everything else about this multimeter is really nice. It's really nice. I think it'll withstand a fall, maybe a 6-foot drop. I think it'll withstand a fall. It's built tough. It really is. And for those of you who don't know, the FLIR company actually also owns EdgeTech. They bought out EdgeTech years ago. And FLIR is known for their thermal imagers and stuff, thermal imaging heat guns and thermal imaging guns and what have you. FLIR does a lot of work for the military. So does Fluke, but FLIR does a lot of work for the military. Now, also, these are the test leads that came with it. These test leads right here look like the same test leads they have on the green lead and the Bryman as well. Yep, same ones. And these are the alligator clips that come with them. It goes on it like that. There you have it. Anyway, this is again, I can't stress it enough. This is a very good multimeter. Very good multimeter. Now, but I want to do some tests with it just to see just how accurate it is. And those who know my videos, I always go to pull out my Fluke proving unit, you know. And why do I do that? For those who is this their first time watching my videos? This is a Fluke PRV. The PRV stand is an acronym for proving unit, 240 volts, AC or DC. What this does, this unit right here is a unit specifically for testing your test instruments by Fluke. It put out a calibrated voltage of 240, spot on. So it would when you put your multimeter leads in here, it should read 240 volts. Now, give or take, you may be under 0.5 or whatever. Even if you're under 0.5, you put out 239.5, that would be 240. And if it's 230, 240.4. Well, it's under 5.5, so it will be 240 exactly. So that's how that goes. But you will be spot on within spec, I should say. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to it's on DC at the moment. So I'm gonna put the test leads in here, and I'm going to take a voltage reading. Right now is in let me see the mode. Wait. Okay. Let me put it in the mode. It's in, all right, it is auto. I'm gonna let it decide which one I have it on to show you about that one. Okay, let's do it and see. Okay, see, it's giving me 238, and it's showing a DC symbol right there. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in AC, and I'm gonna see if it picks it up. Am I doing it right? 1 second. There we go. There we go. $240, 239.5 AC voltage. Okay, it's multimeter spot on, and or should I say within spec. So, you know, you guys may want to. I've done a video on this already. Just check out my channel and see, and talking about this already. But back to this multimeter, you guys see that it's spot on. It's spot on. And I had this multimeter since 2016. I've used it a few times, but around the house, on some projects that I was doing, and on some of the circuitry that I was building around the house with my son. But it has never seen the field, no field use at all. It's practically still brand new. Yep, I bought it January the 14th, 2016. That's when I bought it, and it's practically still brand new. But anyway, this is a real good multimeter. I think it'll hold its own against. Even though I love Fluke tubes, I love the multimeters and all the instruments, but I still think it'll hold its own against the Fluke 87.5. I really think so. It'll hold its own. But they have some good fuses in here, 10 amp fuses. They have a meter. I mean a probe, holder up here in the top, in the back, and you know that's no surprise because most multimeters have this. And if you don't see a multimeter that have it, that's when you should be surprised. But other than that, they multimeter leads and I mean holders, and that's good. That's always a good thing. They have these protective shrouds I did not mention, but right here, because if you're probing something in a panel circuit board inside a machine, you don't want to accidentally be probing this line and accidentally touch this line and cause an arc flash or whatever. So that's what these shrouds are for. If you're probing this line right here and you accidentally touch something on that side, well, it's insulated. It won't, you're just protected. It won't call, you won't be in any kind of danger whatsoever. So that's for safety, that's good. And now you see a lot of multimeters and any kind of test instruments have that now. Right now they're coming out with that. So again, with that being said, this and also I have a strap for it. I have it put up somewhere. I do have a strap. Now this multimeter did not come with a case. That's something that FLIR don't do. FLIR do not add cases with their multimeters. Why don't I don't know. But I think that's what you pay for their multimeters. They should add a case. They're not known for putting cases with their multimeters. But anyway, I give this multimeter 2 thumbs up. If you were looking at looking in the range, looking to purchase a multimeter, and you run across this FLIR, and for a good price, I wouldn't pass it up. I wouldn't pass it up at all. This is a real nice multimeter. It's well built. In fact, it feels like a tank. Well built. Have all the functions that you would need, and some. I think it'll serve you well. I really do. Okay, fellas. I want to tell you thank you for stopping by. I know this video is short. That's just how I do my video. I'm sorry. I just don't. If I did not mention something concerning this multimeter, I apologize. And if I covered everything, I'm glad that I've covered everything for those who heard me say what you needed me to say. So with that being said, I want to thank you once again for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, hit that like button. And until next time, fellas, be safe and peace out.